For Thursday, June 15th, futures back in negative territory once again this morning, coming off of what happened on Wednesday. We get the hawkish pause, if you want to call it that, from Fed Chair Powell yesterday. He did reiterate the fact that coming up before the end of the year, we will get not one, but possibly two additional quarter-point hikes from the Fed. When it comes to interest rates, here's how the futures are looking right now in the pre-market. 0.34 to the downside currently for the S&P, 0.16 for the Dow, the NASDAQ leading. Tech under a bit of pressure here, 0.65 to the downside. Here in Toronto, 0.17 negativity coming through for the TSX as well. Otherwise, positive on this board to start. Few economic releases coming through this morning worth noting. We'll get May retail sales data coming up at 8:30. On the month-over-month basis, negative 0.2 expected there. Initial jobless claims have, for the most part, been coming in higher than expected over the past couple of weeks. We'll see how that pans out at 8:30 as well. We'll also get import-export prices and more on the industrial side of things with the Philly Fed business activity and the U.S. industrial production number on a month-over-month basis. That's not until 9:15. Overall, that's how the market is shaping up as we head into Thursday morning here. Both the S&P and the NASDAQ here with very strong moves into the close, closing at recent highs for both. We'll have a look at tech shares once again. Chip names in focus coming off of a pretty impressive move yesterday. I'll just refresh this. I believe we're still on. There it is. We were still on that AI event candle there on the daily chart for AMD. NVIDIA, meanwhile, positive note here from a couple of analysts this morning suggesting NVIDIA could become the biggest company in the world in a matter of about 10 years on the back of positivity from AI and leading the way on the GPU side of things for AI. SOFI back on watch as well. BTIG beginning coverage this morning with a buy. Actually, that was the note yesterday. There is actually a downgrade this morning for SOFI from another analyst. We'll touch on that. So just an absolute monster move. The stock is more than doubled from its May low down here, as we were saying yesterday. So finally, we're getting a little bit of a pullback this morning on a downgrade for SOFI. Tesla shares back on watch as well. They snapped a record 13-day win streak yesterday. Count them. 13 days in a row to the upside for Tesla. Finally, a red candle coming into play yesterday. Added more than $200 billion in market cap to Tesla through that 13-day streak. Positive note for Uber this morning as well. The Wall Street Journal reporting Uber's going to go ahead launching full-length video ads across all of its platforms, including the apps and in-car as well. So trying to generate a little more ad revenue coming through when you're in a Uber. Microsoft, not one, but two positive notes for Microsoft. JP Morgan included in that, raising their price target to $350 from $315. So we'll have a look at Softy coming up. XPeng getting the go-ahead for self-driving in China from Beijing authorities. ADRs in general, though, getting a little bit of a boost on that note. The Bank of China cutting its medium-term loan rate overnight. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code on screen, bottom right corner right now. We're coming up at 8:30. Again, a few notable economic releases to deal with this morning, but the Fed is behind us. Finally, we'll see you shortly on TraderTV.Live.